The following program is brought to you by Eric Early for Congress 2020.
It's time, America, for the Eric Early Show.
I believe in American exceptionalism. I believe America is the shining city on a hill.
Eric Early is a successful businessman and attorney living in Los Angeles. Eric Early is now taking on the swamp in Washington, D.C. as a candidate for Congress against corrupt Congressman and career politician Adam Schiff.
Schiff walks around like he's this genius. He acts like this genius. He acts like he's smarter than all of us. And at the end of the day, he is a clown.
Eric Early is fearless, and his mission is to expose the underbelly of the beast.
Nancy Pelosi needs to be sent out into retirement also. She's probably about 20 years past her prime, quite frankly.
Get out of your comfort zone. You are about to be woke for the Eric Early Show, coast to coast and house to house. Now, here's your host, Eric Early.
Folks, how you doing? Welcome to the Eric Early Show, reporting from the belly of the beast. So great to have you again today. As many of you know, I'm the Republican opponent against the worst congressman of our time, Adam Schiff. We got through the May 3rd primary. I beat six other challengers to go against this despicable character, and I've been now lucky enough to have this radio show to talk to all of you. We're going through a lot these days. We all know this COVID stuff. Well, here in California, people are getting tired of this lockup. So I'm going to be talking mainly about two subjects today: Newsom, Garcetti, he's our mayor, and this ongoing outrageous lockup and what we're dealing with out here. And then I'm going to shift over to the demented Schiff, and then if I have some time, I'm going to talk about the Chinese Communist Party, which better be preparing to write out a nice big check. But for starters, I like reading at the beginning of this show something that the great President Ronald Reagan said in his 1987 State of the Union. Many countries have written into their constitution provisions for freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. Well, if this is true, why is the Constitution of the United States so exceptional? Well, the difference is so small that it almost escapes you. But it's so great, it tells you the whole story in just 3 words. We the people. In those other constitutions, the government tells the people of those countries what they're allowed to do. In our Constitution, we the people tell the government what it can do. Now, can you think of a passage more appropriate for what we're dealing with right now than that, where we have a government, certainly in the state of California, I know many other states as well, that is taking our constitutional rights and trampling on them. And I'm going to read you one other passage from the great Victor Davis Hanson, one of the great thinkers and writers of our day, in the National Review. And then I'm going to go into what we're talking about today. In this current crisis, the longest, if not the first, complete shutdown in U.S. history, the freedoms of American democracy are being tested in ways we scarcely ever imagined. Out of nowhere, little Napoleonic governors arise to enact decrees prohibiting gardening or strolling on an empty beach, decrees that seem to have little purpose other than to reflect that they can do so. I'm going to be talking about the Napoleonic Gavin Newsom today. Check me out at www.ericearly.com. We'll be back right after these messages. Thanks a lot, folks.
Attention Italian food lovers. Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante in Fullerton, California is open for takeout with wine. Can you believe it? Angelo's and Vinci's Takeout is now able to offer you a nice bottle of wine to enjoy with your meal. Order today and get 1/2 price on our special selection of Pinot Grigio, Chianti, Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Mamma mia! Order today at Angelo's and Vinci's from our complete award-winning menu and get some great wine for one-half price. We hope you're healthy and safe. We want to keep you well-fed. Wapo's To Go Kitchen is open from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day, or you can order through DoorDash. Pizza dough, bread, sauces still being made fresh every day. Angelo's and Vinci's named Best Italian Restaurant on the Orange County Hot List. Call 714-879-4022. Angelo's and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. That's 714-879-4022.
Brown Sugar, the Rolling Stones, always a great lead-in. Thanks a lot, and I want to thank one of my great supporters, Dr. Stinn, for sending me that Victor Davis Hanson article. We are dealing with 2 Napoleons right now in California. Actually, a lot more, but I'm dealing with one down here in Los Angeles named Garcetti, and then we have the Napoleon of our day, this fellow Newsom, up in Sacramento. Right now, first of all, we're under no deadlines. This could go on ad infinitum with these guys. Newsom keeps saying it's going to end soon. Oh, we'll start easing things. We're going to go through stage 1, stage 2, stage. We have no exact definitive deadlines. Garcetti gives you a deadline 2, 3, 4 weeks down the line, but we all know that deadline's basically worthless. Our latest deadline is May 15th, and we're already starting to hear the rumblings that he's going to roll right past this. And, right now in the state of California, all over the state, we've seen it on TV, Sacramento, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, San Diego, up and down the state, people are saying enough is enough. We're Americans. We have constitutional rights. We're not going to take this crap anymore. We want out. We don't want to be locked down. We want our jobs. We want our businesses. We want to go to work. We want to live our lives. And they're coming out. And I support you. I support the people that are asserting all of our constitutional rights, these brave people. And I'll tell you something. I support law enforcement, too, very much. And law enforcement is in a terrible situation right now, because I know so many of those officers support getting out from under this lockup, too. And one thing that's interesting, Newsom has now said this weekend, it's about 95 degrees out there. The picture behind me does not reflect what it looks like out there right now. But in Orange County, if you want to go to a beach, you can't go to a beach today because of Napoleon Newsom. Can't go to the beach. And I've heard, and I hope this is true, and if it is, I applaud him. I heard that the Orange County Sheriff is not going to enforce that order against people who want to go to the beach. So it's going to be very interesting, and I predict that the longer this goes on, and the more these Napoleons who think they control us, these kings who think they can control us, keep doing this, especially without any definitive end in sight, these demonstrations are going to grow bigger and louder and stronger because, what Newsom doesn't seem to understand, what Garcetti doesn't seem to understand, what my opponent I know doesn't understand, my opponent Schiff, they don't think we have common sense. They don't think that we're smart. They don't think that we could figure stuff out on our own. They think they're smarter than us. They think they have the right to tell us how to live our lives because they're smarter and better than us, because we are the non-essentials. And non-essentials to them are non-essential. Well, one thing that people have figured out, we don't have to be doctors. We've now lived through this virus for how many months? When it was first dropped on us, when we first started hearing about it, millions of Americans were going to die. Remember that? Then, as late as about a month ago, within 2 weeks, 100 to 250,000 people, Fauci and Birx told the president to tell the nation to expect 100 to 250,000 people die within 2 weeks. Well, we've been watching. We Americans have been watching. And we get it. We get it, and we want out. We've lived through 1,000 flu seasons in our life, okay? We've lived through all kinds of things. We lived through Ebola. We lived through the swine flu. We get it. We now know that everybody's not going to die, that millions of people are not going to die. We now know that the number of people that have died is still less than this year's regular flu season. It's terrible that people die for any reason. Of course, it's terrible. But if you believe the mainstream media and the Newsoms and the Garcettis of the world, we got to keep everybody locked up until they could tell us nobody's ever going to die again. And, why don't they come out with a bill and say, we'll call this the Newsom, we'll call it the SHIFT. Let's name it after SHIFT. No Driver Act, so that nobody could drive a car anymore because, what is it, thousands, tens of thousands of people a year die driving a car. Something is not right going on here, and forgive the Trump supporter in me, and because I am a Trump supporter, you know that. Don't forgive me for that. But forgive me for thinking, which I know a lot of people are thinking, one reason the other side is pushing this lockup so strongly, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but we've lived through the Russia hoax, we've lived through the impeachment hoax, is because they will do anything to destroy this president. And if it means destroying our economy in the process and destroying people that support the president, or just destroying the people in the process, all people, whatever it takes to make sure the president doesn't get elected. You know, these people, many of these Democrats on the other side, are laughing in their pants, saying that great economy that was led by President Trump has gone down the tubes. You know they love it. And the fact that they keep pushing this lockup in the face of what we've now seen, the actual evidence that we all live with, and we see that that the able-bodied people, most people, other than those in the certain age groups and those with severe underlying conditions, and God bless all of them, and they must take care of themselves. But for most of us, we know we can go out, we can live our lives. We're not going to get this sucker. If we do, we will fight it like we fight a flu. Many of us won't even know we ever had it. We know that. We figured it out now. The latest number that I've seen for Los Angeles, 4 million people living in Los Angeles. As of the other day, it was between 800 and 1,000 people died from this virus out of 4 million people. Compare that to the normal flu and how many people died when the normal flu period was going on during those same amount of months. Dare I say it, it was probably greater. I know nationally through the flu season this year, it was about 60,000 Americans died. Last year, through the flu season in America, about 80,000 Americans died. It's time to get this lockup done with. And so what we have in the state right now is, thanks to Napoleon Newsom, let me tell you about Newsom. Newsom grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. You know, typical story. He glided all the way through to getting elected. He doesn't understand people. He's probably never had a real job in his life. And he is really an immature child at the end of the day. Garcetti, same exact story. These are children. And we're living in a day and age where we need adults making these calls because these are tough decisions. We have Newsom and Garcetti thinking they're auditioning to one day be a future president. They think this is their little game where they can audition to be a president. I've got news for both of those guys. They have both failed, and they have both failed us miserably. So right now in California, we have the distinct privilege of living in a beautiful, California's gorgeous, living in a gorgeous land where we can't go outside, but Newsom's been emptying the prisons of hardened criminals at rates that are shocking to most of us, serious criminals. One day, just the other day, is a story out here now that in Glendora, California, one guy who was let out of prison, he was arrested 3 times in one day last week. 2 of the times were for stealing 2 different cars. The other time was trying to steal somebody's property from their house. The police had to let him go each time because they can't put him in prison. So we are now living in a criminal's paradise. We have been for many reasons and many years. I will come back. I will get back into this more. I want to talk about our court system, too. I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for 27 years, and how, unfortunately, it is failing us right now as well. Thanks a lot. We'll be back. www.ericearly.com.
You
experiencing pain? Back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain? Pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club. Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Be the little one's mother. Yes, these can be trying times, especially when your little precious says...
Mom, I'm denied.
Denied? Well, call 323-254-9138. Again, 323-254-9138. Then motor on over to Columbo's. Yes, the faithful, friendly, fabulous Columbo's folks. Fix some fixes that will thrill the family fabulously.
Yay!
Nothing better than a Columbo's pepperoni and sausage pizza, meatballs and spaghetti, scintillating steaks, flavorful fish specialties, Columbo's Italian family recipes, the world's greatest meatballs, and so much more, and all for takeout.
Wow!
323-254-9138. Columbo's.
Mangia bene.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
Hey everybody, it's Eric Early. I'm back. I'm the Republican candidate running against the demented Adam Schiff, the worst congressman of our lifetime. Go to www.ericearly.com to learn more about me. By the way, donations of any size, $1, $2, $5, $10, $25 and up. I can't tell you how much they help me, and I've got so many incredible small donors from around the country who just despise my opponent. So let's talk some more about what's going on in Los Angeles and in California. As I said, I support you demonstrators out there. You're brave. You're fighting for the Republic. You're fighting for our rights. You are the patriots. This is the land of the free and the brave. And thanks to the CNNs and the MSNBCs, New York Times, Washington Post of the world, they have caused a huge portion of our population to live in fear, cowering in their houses about something that so many of us now know is largely, well, is not nearly what was sold to us. This bill of goods that's still being used to cripple our entire country and to cripple so many people. And we have a Newsom and a Garcetti out here. They keep saying they're worried about protecting lives. Well, guess what, Mr. Newsom, Mr. Garcetti? While you say you're protecting lives, you're killing people. Go look at the stats on the number of suicides. Go look at the stats on what's going on in the suicide prevention lines right now because there's lockup. Go look at the stats of people who have no more money and have no clue how they're going to get money to keep surviving. Go look at the stats thanks to your great Saving Lives program of people who don't know how they're going to keep their houses and their apartments. Go look at the stats of all the businesses you destroyed. All right? People spent years and years building with blood, sweat, and tears their businesses. And you're telling us you're saving lives? You guys are in a path of destruction that we've never seen before. And you guys are in control. And what I could definitively say is if the people of this state had voted for a Republican governor, if the people of this state or this city had voted for a Republican mayor, we would right now be starting a rolling loosening of the reins. Right now, there would have been plans in place. They would have been speaking to business people. They would have been speaking to unions. They would have been speaking to employees groups, figuring out how to do it with the proper social distancing. We would be in that rolling opening right now. And instead, we have these two children running the state who think they're auditioning to become president. They're clueless. They have failed, and they have not given us any deadlines whatsoever. And they're doing this under the guise of saying they're protecting our lives. No, they're not. You have these criminals being locked out. Also, by the way, Garcetti and Newsom, we've got at least 60,000 homeless people living on our streets. For years, these two characters have been promising they were going to do something about it. Also, a total failure on both of their parts. Now we have a terrible health epidemic or health problem on our hands if COVID starts spreading through these homeless encampments. I drive off the freeway on the way to my house in Schiff's district. Every time I do that, go right through a huge homeless encampment. Apparently the numbers of COVID infection are growing in those encampments. You're not hearing it from Newsom. You're not hearing from Garcetti because they have egg all over their face. Schiff never did anything about it in his 20 years of being in Congress. He could care less about the homeless, judging by his actions, not the BS that comes out of his mouth or his inaction. And of those 1,000 or so people that have died in Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me how many of those people are homeless. Because let me just tell you the way it works out there, folks. If you're lucky, you've never seen one of these homeless encampments. They're tents. Tents, everybody's set up their own tents. It's not some organized tent thing. Somebody's found a place, if they're lucky to have a tent. They're just built up. People are living on top of each other. No face masks. People are out there talking, smoking. They're doing, many of them are drug addicts. It's all happening right on the streets of Los Angeles right now in a city where the law-abiding, tax-paying cities are not allowed out of the house, okay? Because we're non-essential. We're all non-essential. I'm telling you, the non-essentials, and I include myself as one of the non-essentials, we can't take it anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. We've had enough of this stuff. It's just going on and on. Law enforcement, we support you. We know your hands are tied dealing with these Garcettis and Newsoms. This too shall pass. I'm going to be coming back, and like I said the last segment, I want to talk about our court system. Because as you know in this country, if your constitutional rights are being violated, what do? You file a lawsuit. And let's talk about some of those lawsuits. And I can tell you I'm very frustrated with what I'm seeing out of our court system now. And if the courts won't take care of us, then what's the next step? I'll let you answer that. Thanks so much. www.ericearly.com. We'll be back in a few seconds.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call Call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Attention Italian food lovers. Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante in Fullerton, California is open for takeout with wine. Can you believe it? Angelo's and Vinci's Takeout is now able to offer you a nice bottle of wine to enjoy with your meal. Order today and get 1/2 price on our special selection of Pinot Grigio, Chianti, Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. Mamma mia! Order today at Angelo's and Vinci's from our complete award-winning menu and get some great wine for 1/2 price. We hope you're healthy and safe. We want to keep you well fed. Wapo's To Go Kitchen is open from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day, or you can order through DoorDash. Pizza dough, bread, sauces still being made fresh every day. Angelo's and Vinci's named Best Italian Restaurant on the Orange County Hot List. Call 714-879-4022. Angelo's and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. That's 714-879-4022.
As a business owner, when was the last time you asked yourself if you have the right commercial insurance coverage? You need business insurance to protect everything you're building. One disaster without the right insurance could hurt your business, and larger deals you're trying to close may require that you have it. We recommend CoverWallet for all your business insurance needs. In just 2 minutes with their award-winning technology, they can offer you free competitive quotes from top insurance carriers nationwide. CoverWallet has helped tens of thousands of businesses, startups, restaurants, truckers, construction companies, landscaping companies, beauty salons, consultants, and they can help you. No business is too big or too small, and it's a free call to find out. Protect your business. Get the right insurance for your business. Call CoverWallet right now.
800-220-7612. 800-220-7612. That's 800-220-7612.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Eric Early here. I'm the Republican candidate against the demented Adam Schiff running for Congress. This guy hasn't run into anything like me in 20 years. I can't wait to debate him, and while I'm talking about it right now, for about the 15th time, I'm going to again challenge Adam Schiff to debate me. Early and often, buddy. I'll debate you every day. I'll debate you every week. I'll debate you once a month. Come out of the closet. Come out of that rock you're hiding under. Let's start debating. Let the people see what you're really like when somebody other than a Chuck Todd or a Chris Hayes or a Rachel Maddow starts talking to you face to face. You know, I've got a great team behind me, by the way, to all you, all of my great supporters out there. My campaign consultant, Alex Abatum, amazing. Senior advisor, Randy Economy, amazing guy. I wish he could have been on the radio with me today, but he'll probably be back next week. You know, Michelle Martinez, amazing field director. David Terpetrosian, my deputy campaign manager, and then we have a great team of all kinds of other people. I couldn't do it without my fiance, who's behind me like a rock every day of the week. We're taking on Adam Schiff, and we are getting support from all over the place. And I know a lot of the pundits think there's no way you can beat this guy Schiff out here. And, yeah, this is a very difficult district here in the belly of the beast to beat a a guy like Schiff, but it is very possible. People are fed up with that guy. Getting back to what I was talking about, Mr. Newsom, no more haircuts. None of your little, stuff that you get done to yourself while this is going on. All right? Because my brother-in-law, or my soon-to-be brother-in-law and his wife, own a hair salon. All right? You have put them out of business. Nice job. You have given them no sense as to when they're going to be able to open up again, and hopefully they won't have gone bankrupt by then. And all the people that work for them, gone. So you, Mr. Newsom, just like all the people out there, women and men who go to hair salons, get their hairs cut, so many women get their nails done, who can't go anywhere, who, by the way, are going through the modern version of speakeasies now. I know more and more people doing that. God bless them. But you, Mr. Newsom, while you're preventing everybody from doing that, putting everybody out of business, no more of your fancy little haircuts. I don't know if you're going to be able to handle it, all right? And by the way, for all these elected officials who have prevented so many people from going to work, from earning a living, who have destroyed so many jobs, your pay should be frozen right now. And it should stay frozen until you let us go back to work, all right? If we can't earn a living because of what you, Newsom, what you, Garcetti, what these other characters are telling us, then guess what? You shouldn't be able to earn a living either. So, it is time. It is time. It is time for you to experience a little bit about what you are putting so many great Americans through while you claim you're helping America. All right, I want to switch to another subject, the courts. I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for 27 years. I lead a 30-lawyer law firm. We practice in courts all around the country. We do business litigation. We're nationally recognized. I know a thing or two about litigation. I know a lot about injunctions and TROs and all that kind of stuff. And, here in America, when the government is violating your constitutional rights, what is your recourse? Your recourse is to go to court, right? So I've got some friends who are some of the most prominent constitutional lawyers in the country right now, and they've been going to court. And they've been running into stonewalls. And the stonewalls come down to judges who refuse to have the guts to follow the U.S. Constitution and make the tough calls that say, yes, I'm making a decision right now. I'm going to issue an injunction preventing the state of California government from telling people they can't worship in their churches, their synagogues. I'm issuing an injunction preventing the governor from ordering people not to go to the beach, and on and on. This is the kind of relief you seek. These lawsuits have been filed, and one by one so far, judges have been denying the relief requested. And I will submit that these lawsuits, the ones I've seen, are on firm legal ground. They are sticking up for the people and their constitutional rights. And what happens when you seek an injunction, at the end of the day, it's a balancing of irreparable harm. Who will face more irreparable harm? The people of the state of California, or the governor and his office, or if the lockdown is opened up, or the people who are of the state of California who are having their constitutional rights trashed. And these lawsuits show that the constitutional rights, and the law shows that if your constitutional rights are violated, then that trumps anything else. There are certain rare exceptions where certain government emergency powers can prevail. The problem is right now the government is using data which we've all seen is essentially worthless. The data, they claim that if they open up the lockup, hundreds of thousands of people will die. It's total BS. Get other data, and there's no judge. And yet, when you have a constitutional injury, the damage is presumed. The irreparable harm of having your constitutional rights taken away from you versus the irreparable harm of people supposedly dying based on false medical data. Right now, the constitutional rights trump everything because we've seen what the data is showing. We've seen how wrong the data is. And so many of us have seen, for example, last week, Stanford came out with a study that says that 0.3% of the population that gets this disease dies, which is lower than the common flu. I'd like to see somebody go to court if they were fighting a common flu. A judge would say, are you kidding me? These people's constitutional rights are being violated. You're not letting them go to the beach. You're not letting them go out of their house. You're telling them, they can't work. You're telling them their jobs have to be closed. You're telling them that they're going to lose their entire living. Of course the constitutional rights trump that. They would get an injunction every time. We need judges out here who have the guts to make that decision. Unfortunately, with our courts, so many of these judges are so politically entangled. And so many of them don't want to make that tough decision that might prevent them from getting their judicial, raise or increase in profile or moved up to the Court of Appeals or something like that. So I'm very disappointed with what I've seen. And what does that leave the great American people when they can't even go to court to get the right decision? www.ericearly.com. When I come back, I'm going to talk a little bit about this medical numbers we're working with, then I'm going to get to the demented shift. Thanks.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
Hi, it's Eric Early. I'm back. Thanks for coming to back to the early edition from the Belly of the Beast, the early report from the Belly of the Beast. Very honored to have this show. All right, let's continue talking about the courts a little bit here. I'm very disappointed in the judges that I've seen these rulings come out of. If a judge was following the letter of the Constitution and so many laws that are that have been used to interpret so many cases that have been used to come out to interpret the Constitution, and they've seen the actual numbers that we're seeing and not go by the BS numbers that we just know are BS at this point, we would have judges with guts making decisions, lifting the order, for example, preventing people from going to the beach in Orange County, lifting the order, keeping us, so many of us, from going to our houses. You know, I think more and more the word what's coming down, and this is separate from the courts. You know, when Hillary Clinton was running against President Trump, you remember she referred to us as the deplorables. Well, the deplorables have now become the non-essentials. That is exactly what's happened. Now, these Democrats, they're smart. They're not coming out and saying it. They won't, because they know it'll take them down. But what they're thinking is, and what we know is, The deplorables have now become the non-essentials. They think we're non-essential. Go tell that to Miss So-and-so, who spent the last 10 years of her life busting her butt to build her court reporting business. She non-essential? Go tell that to the fellow who's doing the roofing down the street, putting your roof on the house. He non-essential? Is his job non-essential? Go tell it to my brother-in-law and his wife with their salon. They non-essential? I go through every job, every profession in town. This is what they think of us. They think we're dumb. They're treating us like we're morons. They believe we are non-essentials, and people are not taking anymore, and I support the people, we the people. Now, let's get to doctors a little bit. I like doctors, all right? My personal guy that I see once a year for my annual checkup, great guy. And so I listen to my doctor. So many doctors have put their lives on the line fighting this pandemic for all of us when the hospitals were so crowded, or at least some of the hospitals. Many of them out here were not crowded, quite frankly, notwithstanding what you would see on the press, on the news, which is one of the reasons why the great Navy ship is already heading home. But I don't want my doctor telling me how to run my business. Okay, my doctor has no business telling me how to run my business, and my doctor's not doing that, by the way. But right now, we have Fauci and Birx and that whole team at the CDC essentially telling the country, telling the president how to make the decision on whether to unleash the greatness of America again. And there comes a time when doctors, and if you talk to 50 doctors get 50 doctors all with Harvard degrees. Right? Get 50 immunologists, all with Harvard degrees. Get 50 scientists, all with Harvard degrees. I guarantee you, you will have a split of opinion or close to that on how to deal with exactly what we're doing. You have Fauci and Birx apparently telling the president, stay on lockdown. You get 50 others of those folks with the same degrees and the same level of experience telling him, time to let people out. No, by the way, by keeping people locked up, you're hurting the people in so many ways. So it's time to stop letting the doctors tell us what to do with our lives. Let me talk about an American hero. There's so many heroes right now. Those people out there demonstrating for our constitutional rights. This came out yesterday. There's a gym in San Bernardino County, California. It's owned by a fellow named Jacob Lewis. The name of the gym is called The Gym. It's in San Bernardino. And he came out and he said, because he opened his gym up this week, he said the gym is essential to people's mental and physical health. He spaced out the equipment to deal with social distancing. Take this off, it's getting warm in here. And this is what Lewis said. He came to his decision to reopen after a recent conversation with an older man who confided in him that the gym is his home away from home and helps him stay healthy and battle diabetes. The man told Lewis he's falling apart without the facility. And that's when Lewis had his epiphany. And this is a quote. I realized I was being a bitch by letting down the people that matter most to our community, by not providing a service that helps them get through all the BS and gives them hope, strength, and health. And so Mr. Lewis opened his gym, and he will deal with the repercussions. And who knows what they will be, and hopefully they won't be bad, but that is an example of American hero. And why is he doing it? He's doing it to help the people of that area that use his gym, the people that are falling apart without being able to use the gym. And he knows that he can move his gym equipment far enough away so that they can have their social distancing and do everything they need. So, we need more Mr. Lewis's. And I know we're getting more Mr. Lewis's more and more. And it's time to step up, and it's time to tell this government, it's time to take our country back from King Newsom, the failed little frat boy, and from, and his little disciple, Garcetti, who is just with his mock compassion, who is so weak. It is time to take back our country. We're doing that. And I'll tell you, if this keeps on going longer and longer, anything could happen. They're sitting on a powder keg. Thanks a lot. www.ericearly.com.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. Call right now. 888-912-1332.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? News flash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less.
800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
How you doing, folks? This is Eric Early. I'm back. I'm the Republican candidate running against the demented Adam Schiff. I'm so blessed to be able to speak to you like this, especially in this day and age where there's so many incredibly important things going on in our state, in our country, in our world. This show came to me from God, really, really an amazing thing, and I thank everybody who's involved with this and helping me do this. Listen, Schiff, let's talk about this guy. You know he's demented. I've never met him personally. Just look at him. Look at what he says. Look at how he speaks. Look at how he thinks. Look at how he lies to all of us. There's something not right with the guy. As I say, Schiff is one of these guys that should be put in a back room with about 5 20-foot stacks of paper and told, okay, Adam, listen, we need you to find this one page. It's in there somewhere. Good luck. Just call us on your cell when you find the page. Here's a few bottles of water. If it takes a couple days, let us know. We'll deliver some food for you. This is where this guy belongs. Instead, he's been front and center, and I'm just privileged and honored to be able to run against him. Like I said, he's never run against anything like me in the 20 years. We need some Republicans in government, quite frankly, who have the guts to do what it takes to go after him. He should be put on. Lindsey Graham, who runs a certain committee in the Senate, I forgot the proper name of the committee, should be investigating what Schiff did. Schiff should be put on a witness stand in the Senate, testify under oath about the Russia hoax, the impeachment hoax, his latest effort to destroy the president. He's talking about the next hoax, and I'll play a tape on that in a second. It's time to do what is necessary. There are creative lawyers out there. There are smart, brilliant lawyers. Look at going after Adam Schiff for sedition. Adam Schiff has been hiding behind congressional immunity for years, but there are certain times when you cannot hide behind congressional immunity, and there are ways to show that those times have happened. So, Zach, please run the tape. This is from the Greg Gutfeld show the other day.
Adam Schiff is inserting himself into this story. Remember, he launched this horrible impeachment nightmare adventure that tied up the government in the media. And we asked ourselves on the 5, what damn story was being missed when this was happening? It was the coronavirus. There was a hearing on the virus. Nobody showed up because they're all getting their questions ready for the damn hearing on impeachment. So we're going to actually allow the ringleader that put our country in jeopardy, that almost potentially ruined our economy because he was chasing his whale of an impeachment? You got to be out of your mind. That's like, he's like a dude who gets arrested for a DUI, and 3 hours later he's back in the car driving drunk. We got to take the keys away from Adam Schiff. He's an embarrassment.
I can't agree more with that statement from Greg Gutfeld on Fox, on the Fox show. That is Adam Schiff, and for Adam Schiff to now have the temerity to come out and say, you see, this is why we should have impeached the president, because now we know how bad it was going to be by keeping him on board, because 50,000 people have died since he got involved, and because we were not able to impeach the president. This guy Schiff has to be replaced. I need your support. We're coming to the end of this segment, folks. I want to thank you for watching. I'll be on again next week at this time. The show also repeats on Sunday evening. America's the greatest country that God ever created. I believe in American exceptionalism, and I know that America's the shining city on the hill, and one thing I'm fighting besides Schiff is to keep this socialism and this communism, which we see coming out of the cracks all over, led by these fools, the squad, these psychos, these evil ones, who Schiff never says a word about. I'm fighting to push that back. Thank God we have our president. Thanks so much for joining me. www.ericearly.com. I'll see you next week. Thanks for everything, folks.